And also I feel that, we've always had good scripts. Like A Peeply Life, which was made a few years ago. Like even my film, I didn't ever expect Ayushmann to do the film. I didn't ever think that he would say, I mean, I didn't know him then personally, so obviously when I was told that, okay, like, I was like, will he do it? Because for me, this wasn't traditionally a film that would do well commercially. But what's really good is when you see a Deepika Padukone or Arjun do Find and Find.
Right.
Like, we have these commercial stars, these success stories that also want to like sort of push boundaries and do interesting cinema. Rani Mukherjee in Mardani.
True.
Amir Khan has always done it. So I just feel the scripts have been there. Today our audience is more ready to watch those films. They also want to watch our stars doing other things apart from what you expect out of them.
Right.
There are different languages, there are different ways, there are different cultures. It's just amazing. I love the way the switch, the gap has been bridged even by our actors.
Right, right.
I always, why are we looking down upon audiences of 70s and 80s and, why are we doing that? I always thought that cinema actors, I know that, yeah, but I always thought the audience have matured for sure. But apart from that, television was always a class medium in 80s. There were shows like Discovery of India, जो आम आदमी के पल्ले नहीं पड़ते थे, and there were films which were very mass-centric during that time. And I think the intelligent audience was not getting in theatres that time. They were watching cinema on VHS, VCRs. And because of the multiplexes, I think, all these content-based cinema, they're doing well. They don't even release any hoti. Why the single screen release नहीं हुई थी पहले हफ्ते में. So I think multiplexes, they've got the audiences back in the theatres, the intelligent audience, that is. So I think there's a role reversal with television as a medium and film as a medium. Earlier, television was progressive, now television is regressive. Earlier, film was slightly regressive, now films are progressive. Probably progressive cinema of 70s and 80s were not doing well. That's the only, I think, we had intelligent audience every time, always.
Arjun, I want to ask you, you said, I remember you telling me this a while ago, that when you're shooting for Tevar in Jaipur, Udaipur, in the heartland really, they call you Bala, they call you by the character that you played in Gunde. I mean, for an actor then, I mean, if that's the character and that's the film that they recognize, and Gunde really was a throwback to the 70s, if that's the character that they recognize, that's a film that instantly comes to mind, how hard is it for an actor when you're picking your slate to, how difficult is it to resist those mainstream movies, those commercial movies, and do a Finding Fanny? Do you get recognized for a Finding Fanny when you travel to the heartland?
No, because it never saw the light of the day in that part of the country, and it was dubbed in Hindi. For whatever reasons, it was an English film. I did it purely because that excitement for me as an actor was I get to do it in a different language. That was my excitement to work with those actors in English. That audience that loves me as Bala has not seen Finding Fanny. They've never even heard of Finding Fanny. They must be thinking literally it doesn't exist for them. It doesn't exist for them, but that doesn't make me shy away from doing another Finding Fanny. I have no qualms in doing Gunde and Finding Fanny in the same year. I in fact said no to a lot of commercial viable films to do a Finding Fanny because it excited me as an actor. It got me nervous at the pit of my stomach. Where can I do this? I didn't believe I could. And where Gunde was concerned, it is something I've grown up consuming. And I always believe that when you do it with that passion and excitement, something translates. Gunde also, I feel, could have been a lot more than what it became eventually. But the love it got from a certain section of audience that didn't know me. Or us, Ranveer and me for that matter. Now they know us. So there is an exposure that happened through a Gunde. So I have no regrets doing either film. A Finding Fanny gave me personal satisfaction. Gunde quenched the thirst of a certain section of audience that has not seen that typical single screen kind of cinema in a while from the younger generation. So I will continue doing both, but the good part for me when I did a Gunde was, I didn't anticipate I would be called Bala when I went out. Even today, if I'm out, people still say, hey, Gunde Wala. Arey, aapka dost Ranveer ka hai. Arey, Bala, Bala, Bala. So I did not anticipate that. The one thing I love about doing Gunde was, we managed to recreate that era where there were a lot of multi-starers happening. Gunde, after a long time, was that kind of a film, and that's what excited me. Two guys who had an equal role, a girl, Irfan.
The nostalgia.
Yeah, so, and I was very excited to see if the audiences came in to see it. So that means they want to see that kind of cinema also. We have to deliver even better than what we delivered in Gunde. it might have satiated a certain audience, but we need to push the envelope in the commercial now. We had the setup and the premise and the structure ready. We should have pushed the envelope and not gone conventional where two boys just fight for love. It had to be maybe more than that. So I love the fact that yeah, we should have pushed it more in the commercial format. That is when you find a nice balance. That's why I love doing Gunde, because it taught me that aspect.
You know, Ayushmann, you said something interesting. You said that only two things work: superstar and superscript. You know, at a time when our superstars are, you know, either 50 or getting into their 50s, how does? And I know you addressed it. You said that hopefully, if you keep doing this, if you keep picking the superscripts, hopefully you'll become a superstar. But you know, on a serious note, I mean, how hard is it to become a superstar in the landscape today?
I think I mentioned that it's difficult to become a superstar. It's easy to become a star now. I think every 6 months there'll be one actor making a debut and a smashing debut. You know, there's no dearth of actors. It boils down to the choices now. And you have to spend time in the middle while playing cricket. You have to spend time in the middle while at least a decade. You have to build a fan base. You know, and now other thing is we are so approachable to people around us because social media. People know everything about us. There was no mystery behind an actor or a star. So I think it's slightly difficult to become a superstar.
The age of the superstar has sort of
Not
passed.
really. You know, you never know. You don't know. I think we're all young right now. We're just 3, 4 films old. You never know what's going to happen next. But as of now, you know, there's so many actors around. There's so many good scripts around. And as I said, it's either a superstar or a superscript. It's going to work. I think जितने experiment, जितने परीक्षण मैंने अपने career के साथ पिछले 3 साल में किए हैं, उससे मुझे पता लगा पहली 2 फिल्में, पहली और आखिरी फिल्म विक्की डोनर और दम लगा के ईशा, ना तो इसका प्रचार हुआ था, there were no promotions, there were no item songs, even the songs of the film, they became popular after the film was released. So I think इसका ये निष्कर्ष निकलता है कि विषय ही भविष्य है, in fact विषय ही वर्तमान है.
I'd love to hear what you have to say about that. What do you think?
बचपन से आदत पड़ी हुई है, मैं हिंदी थिएटर की हिंदी पब्लिक स्पीकिंग नहीं किया है, sorry.
I don't believe we can have those kind of superstars. I think the definition of a superstar has also changed. Ranbir Kapoor is a superstar.
That's right.
And he is primarily now, there's this divide of multiplex and single screen. I believe the single screen audience only steps out for the 3 Khans. They don't really step out otherwise as an audience. They're not going to go and do repeat viewings like in the yesteryears used to happen. Because even that audience likes to come to a multiplex and watch films, honestly. They prefer it, it's more comfortable. So you make a single screen film, but wo aake to multiplex mein dekhte because there are multiplexes everywhere now. I think Ranbir Kapoor is a definition of today's superstar. In the sense of the choices that he's made up in Bold, they have paid off. And he continues taking risks. Bombay Velvet is going to be another risk for him. No actor can control the commerce of the film beyond a point any which ways. But he's always been very brave. He's loved by everybody. And we look forward to seeing a Ranbir Kapoor film even as actors because we're like, okay, this guy does deliver. And if he's doing a film, it must be good. Or there must be something to it. You will never disregard a Ranbir Kapoor film. Even when he does a film in a special appearance, it has a burden of expectation. So therefore, in our generation, he's leaps and bounds ahead. He's been here for a while. He's made very good choices. And I think that's an example to learn from. I won't say follow because he did follow anybody, therefore he is a superstar. We all have to find our own trajectory. Like Ayushmann said, in about 10 years we have an even playing field to know where we all stand. Some might get accepted for a lot more commercial films. The prototype might break. Some might get accepted for doing all kinds of films. When I came in, everybody said you should do तेरे को action picture करनी चाहिए. But मुझे actually मजा नहीं आता करने में. So I kind of realized that I enjoyed doing finding 2 states more. So my choices will now drift towards that. There might be a time where I say, but action, I enjoy doing it to a certain extent. I might go back to it. But in 10 years' time, I think we all will know where we all stand. But that era of superstars, like he said, it's very difficult. We're approachable. No? We're here. We're right here all the time. We're like, hey, we're always here. Yeah. It's like Twitter, Instagram. We are only on it there. So, yeah.
Right. Now, before, I have one last question before we open it out to the audience. I'd like each of you to tell me what's the one change that you'd like to see in the next perhaps 5 years in this business? What's the one change that you'd like to see?
Writers should get paid more for sure.
And is that happening?
We should inculcate more writing, yeah. I mean, basically, predominantly the problem inherently lies in our writing. Because there aren't enough writers. Most writers aspire to become directors because they see that there is nobody who has a vision to fulfill their scripts. And there are a lot of examples who've been successful. Habib sir, for example, he used to be a writer, now he's become a writer-director. Himanshu Dhulia, most of them. I genuinely feel we need to, as an industry, really have schools, have workshops, and not the workshops where you have 10, 12 days ka discussions. You have people that you hire for the whole year ki aap bas likhte raho. Kuch na kuch niklega. Have them meet.
Invest in development.
Yeah, 100%. And pay them for it. Why not? I mean, because eventually, if you look at it, if a film does 100 crores and you're paying him even 1%, that's still nothing. But no, I'm saying you should be paying him 1%. That's still nothing in the bigger picture.